ECAC matchup between the Raiders of Colgate University and your homestead engineers of Rensselaer. First, the visitors from Colgate starting in goal, number 1, Charlie Finn. And left defense, number 11, Jake Gulovich. And right defense is number 15, Jacob Penel. The starting forward line for Colgate at left wing, number 27, Mike Penelway. At center is number 14, Jerry Cockrell. And at right wing, number 19, Tim Harrison. The rest of the Colgate Red Raiders and their head coach, Don Vaughn. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for the engineers of RPI. Leading your engineers on the ice tonight, please welcome the junior engineer, Grant Bassett. Starting in goal, the sophomore from Andover, Minnesota, number 35, Chase Perry. At left defense, a junior from Calgary, Alberta, number 13, Jared Wilson. And right defense, a senior from Edina, Minnesota, number 2, Parker Reno. Starting forwards for the Engineers at left wing, he's a junior from Edina, Minnesota, number 23, Lou Nettie. At center, a sophomore from St. Mary's, Ontario, number 21, Brady Whippet. And at right wing, a junior from Stockholm, Sweden, number 12, Victor Littlejohn. The rest of the Engineers and their head coach, Seth Appert. Assistant coaches are Brian Fines and Nolan Gray. Ladies and gentlemen, we remind you all cadets, midshipmen, veterans, and those currently serving are in the house this evening. We'd like to recognize them. We ask them that they please stand and be recognized. Now we ask that you remain standing by your head in a moment of silence for those who have fallen in combat to protect our freedom. Please remain standing for the presentation of the colors for the ceremonial puck drop. Tonight's service guard led by cadets Paul Hotelling and Alex Beredas. We direct your attention to the rafters above section 15 in front of the engineer's bench. Please welcome 2nd Civil Support Team. The rappel team consists of 2nd Lieutenant Anthony Zagarelli, 1st Class Brandon Willett, Sergeant Kristen Northrop, and rappelling down Sergeant Christopher Rodriguez. Now, fans, please direct your attention to center ice and welcome Officer Rob Smith, K-9 partner, X. They are joined by Sergeant Chris Rodriguez, Colgate University Captain Jake Gulovich, RPI Captain Riley Borman. Ladies and gentlemen, to honor our country and the men and women who have served and continue to serve America, please move your hats for the playing of the Canadian National Anthem performed tonight by the RPI Pep Band. Compact of Nassau, New York, performs the national anthem of the United States of America.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rattled, the bombs bursting in, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Year for men's and women's ice hockey, football later next year, and baseball later on in the year. So that's the pitch. If anybody's interested, shoot us the email. Joe did, and here he is.
Welcome back here to the Houston Fieldhouse. It's a rowdy crowd here tonight with the Red Army here in full force, getting ready for 60 minutes of hockey.
So Chase Perry is in goal to my right, and Charlie Finn is in goal to my left. 20 minutes up on the clock here from the Fieldhouse. RPI and Colgate. Teams getting ready for puck drop here at center, as Brady Whiffen wins the faceoff, but Colgate gets possession back in their own zone. They bring it into their defensive zone, and they skate it forward. Does the Raiders dump it into the RPI zone? Stopped by Perry. Wilson picks up for RPI, trips up, falls down. Colgate picks up, sends it behind the board, and Wilson again there for RPI. He takes it, gets it back to Reno. Reno sends it around near side, kept in by the Raiders. Near side, hold down on this, no call. Jared Wilson, and gets it out to Whiffen. Whiffen again gets it out to mid-ice for RPI, and now Liljegren has it, loses it. Whiffen gets it back, and now Colgate takes. Behind the far boards, Colgate again takes it, being pressured by Whiffen. He is getting nowhere as Colgate gets it up out of the zone, where it's taken there by RPI. Pushes behind it, and that Finn stops it, being pressured by RPI, but no doing it. RPI keeps it in the zone on the near side. A bunch of people fighting for the puck. Morello in there for RPI, along with Kulovic for Colgate. Colgate comes out, and they take behind the net and regroup. Raiders start up, as now for Colgate dumps it in, as that was Snodgrass. He gets it, loses it, brings it out to the zone, and worked in, and shot goes through to Perry, but it doesn't see him. And now RPI takes, it clears the zone. Now being chased after Morello. Morello gets the puck to DeVito. DeVito now holds near side. DeVito help with Bourbonnais. Bourbonnais gets it back for DeVito, back on the point. A shot and a save by Charlie Finn. That shot came from the point from Pepper Vessis. As now Colgate dumps in and Perry chases to hold on to it. Now Riley has it for the Engineers. Gets it up for his teammate Manley. Now RPI has it. Bourbonnais shot in, doesn't see Finn. Now Colgate takes Bourbonnais again, almost turned over to Bourbonnais, but Colgate there to take it. Intercepted there by the Engineers. Out, and nobody there as the pass was pushed out. Manley now for RPI. Perry plays it. Gets away from Manley now for RPI. Now through the zone, Morello. Morello far side carries. Stops on a dime, turns around, waits for help. He has it in the form of Wilson. Shot and a save by Finn on a great shot by Wilson from the point.
Yeah, great movement by the Engineers so far this period and by the Colgate Raiders. Both teams are flying around on this slick ice surface. The Houston Fieldhouse has some of the best ice in the country, in my opinion. I've personally gotten to skate on it myself during the week. They have open skate hours here at the Fieldhouse, and it's a really nice surface. And when those skaters get going, they get going fast. Causes lots of openings and lots of open shots, as we saw Jared Wilson just now.
So now the net comes off its posts, and the referees casually put it back on. Now teams get ready for the face-off. Hayhurst presumably will take this as he's in position for RPI.
Yeah, so Coach already has his fourth line out here on the ice. Again, I expect them to score quite a few goals together. They've been together for most of the second half of the season so far and have definitely gelled as a line. And they'll be joined by Parker Reno and Jared Wilson, who just took that hard slap shot just above the left circle.
So Reno came over to say something to Hayhurst. Hayhurst wins it back to Reno, but Reno can't control. Now he does in the neutral zone. He stopped on a dime, turned over there to Colgate. They come in 2-on-1 if they hurry. Shot and save by Perry as he sticks it up into the boards. Did not hit the netting, thought it did, but RPI now takes. RPI back in their own zone, Reno. Reno gets it up into the neutral zone board where it's stopped there by Sinity for Colgate. He will dump it into Perry, who will hold on to it, leave it off for Reno behind the net. Reno now gets it up for his teammate Orval over on the side.
Plano has it behind the net. He swings it over to Hayhurst. Hayhurst tries to get out to the point, but it takes long.
And now Colgate has it. Colgate has it on the other side, and a shot and a save by Perry. Colgate there takes it, and RPI now behind the net. They control out into their zone, and they lose it for some reason. Polino, don't know what he was thinking there, but he gets it back. Now RPI has it, and they leave it. Oh, and they couldn't break away now. Now the shot, do score! As the puck was loose in front of the net, and Lou Nanny puts it home for the 1-0 RPI lead.
Yeah, again, great puck movement by the defenseman. Saw Brady Whiffen just at the blue line on the near side of the ice. Whiffen tried moving into the zone for a drop pass to Nanny that didn't quite go through, but Nanny was still able to get it and get the shot off. Yeah,
nice play by Whiffen. He dropped past it. Nanny initially did not have control of the puck. Nobody controlled it for Colgate. Nanny was a great play and was able to snap it by Finn for the 1-0 RPI lead. Yeah, 16-12 left to play in the first, 1-0 RPI.
A really gritty play there by Lou Nanny.
Well, excellent job by Lou Nanny. Now RPI wins the face-off, and they get it into the Colgate zone again. Now for Colgate, Snodgrass has it. He loses it into the RPI zone where it's taken by Wilson. Wilson, far side, leaves it off for Reno, who flips it up high into the neutral zone. Glove down there by a Colgate player, and now taken behind the Colgate zone. Now they has it, they lose it again. Now RPI has it now back. That's Prepper Vessis. Prepper Vessis leaves it off for Moore. He skates up, and nobody can control it. Now Colgate finally does behind the net. RPI, no one behind the net. They were in the midst of a change, so no one was there for the Engineers. Now a battle behind the net has it. That is Wood back there for RPI. He loses control of the puck. Puck bounces down, but nobody home. But Colgate Snodgrass brings it out across the blue line, and a shot is blocked down by the Engineers' defense and not quite out of the zone as Reno controls there. I'm sorry, that was Manley. Manley controls for RPI. He loses it. Now he gets it back. Moves it around looking for Jake Wood. He can't find him as Colgate Panetta was right there. He gets it back into the Colgate zone, actually, and they push it forward now for the Raiders. Raiders now puck is loose, and Colgate has it. Nobody can control it. Perry comes out. He can't handle it. Puck is still loose, and now Colgate comes away with it briefly. Puck is still loose. Now RPI finally comes away with the net as Bourbonnais gets it and dumps it into the zone for the icing.
Oh, controversial call right there, as Bourbonnais was not across the red line when he dumped that puck in, but he had a streaking Lou Nanny on the far side of the ice, and Nanny pushed his stick out to kind of say, hey, I'm in the lead. I'm ahead of the Colgate defenseman. It looked like it was number 4, Willie Brooks, that he was trying to say that he was ahead of, but the ref deemed that it was still an icing.
Yeah, I didn't think that was going to be an icing call either, but it was. Puck comes all the way back to the Engineer zone. There's a shot and a save by Perry. Looks behind him, it gets through him, but a good save nonetheless by Perry again on the shot. Saved by Perry. Now Bourbonnais gets it out for RPI, not quite, as it's taken there by Colgate. A shot and a save by Perry, as that shot came from Panetta on the blue line. Now Colgate has it again. Guys falling in front of Perry, but Colgate comes away to take it. Colgate near side. The Raiders still control. Cycling well, all the Raiders. Now the Engineer defense comes away with the puck. That was Cockrell on the cycle. He lost it up, and now Melanson chases after it. Melanson, he can't find the puck. It's tripped up, no call. Now, Tyranny's had it looking for a player in the center, but Colgate there to clear it away and push down to the Engineer zone. The Raiders have it intercepted there by the Engineers nicely. 2-on-2 if they hurry. Bourbonnais streaking down the near side. Shot! And Bourbonnais can't get the stick on it. Now Moore has it back at the point for RPI. Now coming away with it for RPI is Hayhurst. He gets it, he loses it. Now RPI gets it back. RPI buzzing in their own zone. Morello loses the puck, gets it back to Moore. Moore back up for Oval. Shot! Shot by Polino, rather, up into the netting is what I want to say for the whistle.
Yeah, the Engineers buzzing right now. They only have 3 shots on goal to the Colgate Raiders 5, but they have the lead in the scoring advantage, and they really looked like they've held possession of the puck nicely. They've had good passing in the neutral zone, not too many turnovers that have led to pretty good offensive zone time.
Hayhurst takes the draw for the Engineers. He loses it back to Colgate. Now RPI has it in their own zone. Again, they intercept, stop, and the puck comes down. Shot and a quick save there by Finn on the shot from the point by RPI.
Yeah, I kind of highlighted this line at the beginning of the game, the Hayhurst, Polino, Orval line. They've just been speeding all over so far, and they've definitely done a nice job tonight.
Again, Hayhurst in for the faceoff. He will win it briefly. Now Orval loses it. And Colgate, RPI stops it as Colgate can't clear it out. Shot in on the point, but RPI able to keep it in. Now Hayhurst down there battles, has Polino. Polino battling. He comes away with the puck now. Orval comes in to help out. Orval, Polino. A mess behind the net. Colgate finally comes away with the puck, and they will regroup as they start out, as that is Snodgrass. Will dump it into the RPI zone and chase after it. He'll get it back. He'll dump it behind the net and leave it for Peterson. Peterson being pressured on the play there by Whiffen, who will get it out of the zone. Now Chasing after it is Nanny for RPI. Nanny will get there, but he will lose the puck as he had to stop our dime. Now RPI gets a back shot on the point, whiffed on it, and enables Colgate to take the puck back in behind Perry. Moore gathers for the Engineers. Behind the net, Moore will skate out for Prapavesis. Prapavesis has it. He'll get it out of the zone. No icing as it was tipped by Nanny. In for Liljegren. He tries to get it back for Nanny, but no one home for Colgate. Puck is loose along the near side boards. Colgate battles away with it. Behind the net again, no one seems to control it as the puck is being chopped at. Finally, Liljegren comes away with it. Liljegren comes down, goes down, no call. He still has the puck, stops on a dime, switches. Nice move by Liljegren. Puck loose, and he can't find Whiffen on the slop. That's a great job by Liljegren. Now Whiffen has it. He will lose it back on the point to Freeman, and it will trickle in on Finn, who will cover up for the save.
Brady Whiffen has been all over the ice with a forecheck and the back check there. I saw a play just a couple minutes ago where he went all the way behind the net, stole the puck off of the Colgate forward, then was able to outlet it to Moore, and who Moore then let the rush up the ice. And then just a minute ago, he had an opportunity right in front of the net. So good job by Brady Whiffen on the forecheck and the back check.
Lou Nanny loses the faceoff back to the Raiders. It's taken there by Harrison, who gets crushed with a nice hit by Jake Wood. With the nice hit. Again, a follow-up with another hit. That's a penalty on Jimmy DeVito. And we're going to get some extracurricular activity as Wood made a nice crunching hit. Then DeVito followed that up again. They're going to get DeVito probably on a board. It could be either a board cross-check. It could be any one of them. But we get some extracurricular activity. 10:28 left to play in the first. 1-0. RPI leads Colgate, as it just looks like going into the penalty box for RPI will be Jimmy DeVito.
Yeah, DeVito, he kind of roughed up Mike Penowik, and Penowik's the left winger on the top line. He's got two goals and 4 assists on the season, and he's one of the better players on that Colgate line. So DeVito went out there and kind of roughed him up a little bit, and he didn't like it. So there was a little bit of extracurricular activities from his line mates.
Call boarding on DeVito. He will go to the box for 2 minutes.
So the Engineers go to the penalty kill. They'll bring out Whiffen, Wood, Reno, and Jared Wilson.
RPI so far this year, 81% on the penalty kill. That's 119 for 147. Will get their first opportunity tonight to kill a penalty to Jimmy DeVito. Now RPI has it. They will not get kicked out, as taking the face-off is Brady Whiffen, and he will lose it back on the point for Cockrell. Cockrell gets it back. Cockrell again loses a shot and a save by Perry. Rebound Snodgrass, but he can't find it. And RPI attempts to clear the zone. They do not. We're going to get a whistle. Is this going to be a hand pass?
Looks like they're just going to do a face-off on the far circle. But I like the forward guys that coach has brought out on the penalty kill, Wood and Whiffen. Wood's a great shot blocker.
RPI loses the face-off. Cockrell has it on the point, gets it far side. Now cycling it back for Kulovic. Now Cockrell. Kulovic. Shot. Oh, nope. Now Harrison for Colgate gets it back on the point for Corky. Shot and a save by Perry. Now Colgate gets it back. They try to cycle in front of the net. Cockrell. Cockrell back for...
Corky gets a shot off that goes
Corky
wide.
That goes wide. Now Snodgrass gets it. Perry with a save, and he was able to knock it away as Bobby McMahon now for Colgate has it. Back at the point. That shot and a save by Perry on that shot from Jacob Panetta, who was pinching down in the slot. Perry came over with a nice pad save.
Yeah, the Raiders kind of have a weird power play going on. It looks like they have 3 defensemen up at the points, and then 2 forwards down low. One right in front of Perry. I believe that's Snodgrass. Yeah, Snodgrass is just sitting in front of Perry. He fell on him at one point, leaving the net wide open for Jacob Panetta. But they've got 3 to 4 defensemen on their power play, which is not what you usually see. You usually see 3 or 4 forwards.
And now RPI wins the face-off, gets it launched out of the zone. Now Colgate gets it back, as that was Brooks who has the puck for Colgate. Now they start up again. Brooks will get it for Kulovic. Back for, he still has it. Brooks now on the point. Brooks will get it down low. Back for Brooks on the point. Back for Kulovic. And a shot and a block down by the Engineer defense. And the Engineers still can't clear. Now Brooks again at the point for the Raiders. Brooks will get it down to his teammate. That was Panawick. Now it's Harrison. Gets it along, behind the net rather, of Perry, and RPI will regroup. But Brooks keeps it in the zone. Now Corky has it. Corky back for Brooks for Kulovic. Shot in, and penalty will be expired here for the Raiders as RPI kills off that penalty as they were looking for DeVito out of the net. Can't find him, will result in an ice.
Yeah, so good job by the Engineers. The puck was in their zone pretty much the whole time, but they didn't allow many quality opportunities right in front of the net. Most of the shots that were taken were point shots that Perry could see the entire way, and they weren't able to get any deflections on them, so good job by the Engineer defense. They also had a couple block shots.
Tyrannies will take their face-off against Black for Colgate. Tyrannies will win it back for Riley, who will not clear the zone. Now the puck is tied up along the near side. No one seems to want it. Still cleared up in skates. Now it comes behind Perry, where it's taken by Riley. He gets crushed behind the net, but the puck goes out of the zone where Colgate regroups. Tyrannies chasing after it, but he will not get to the puck. Now finally Colgate does, as that was Sanity. Takes a shot and never sees Perry. Now RPI gets it back out. Tyrannies. He can't control it now. He loses it back in mid-ice. A lot of back and forth play for RPI. We're going to get a whistle, and this is going to be an offsides against Colgate. Rather late offsides call.
Yeah, but the Engineer defense doing a nice job to keep the Colgate forwards at bay. Charlie Manley playing tonight here for the injured Tommy Grant. And he's done a pretty nice job with his partner, Will Riley. Riley likes to kind of jump up in the zone sometimes and play as a forward to get a couple shots off. And Manley doing a nice job holding the points up top.
Yeah, Charlie Manley doing a good job there on the defense. He's there when the Engineers need him to be.
Manley also doing a nice job of getting in the passing lanes, not letting too much junk to get in front of Perry. 7:38 left here in the first period. Your RPI Engineers are up 1-0 over the Colgate Raiders. The Engineers have just held off a kind of daunting power play from the Raiders. They had quite a few shots on net, but most of them were point shots that had very low chance of scoring. Perry saw them all the way and stayed as stout as he has been these past couple of games.
Now the media timeout is over. Coming in to take the face-off is Hayhurst for RPI. He will win it back for Wilson. He'll bring it up near neutral zone, dump it in. Behind the net, Finn will come out to play it. Taken there for Colgate behind the net. They will lose it. Now getting knocked off the play is Alval. Alval will get it out for Reno. Shot. Never sees Finn. Colgate will come away. Snodgrass has it. Snodgrass. He will get it back there on the point for Panetta. Panetta back for Snodgrass. He'll get it up into the zone. A good play by the Engineers defense. Reno back there to skate his man off the play. Now taken by Wilson. Wilson will move it up into the Engineers zone. He'll leave it off for Hayhurst. Hayhurst shot in, blocked down by the Colgate defense. Rebound Wilson. His shot gets knocked down by the Colgate defense and out of the zone, taken by Reno. Reno will get it up for Hayhurst. Hayhurst stops, looks for help. He can't find anybody. Now Colgate will get it out of the zone and into the Engineer zone for the icing.
More touches up for the icing. Again, that line of Polino, Orval, and Hayhurst causing havoc all over the ice. Almost had a couple breakaway opportunities there on that last shift. Tyrannies out on the faceoff now.
Tyrannies takes the faceoff against Penner. Tyrannies will win it to himself. Put shot in, rebound Bourbonnais, and it goes high above the net. Now taking his Prapervesis. Prapervesis gets it down low for Tyrannies. Tyrannies for Bourbonnais behind the net. He has it there. He will stop and turn around, being pressured on the play by the Colgate defense. Now Tyrannies tripped up, no call. Now Colgate will come in and take it away and clear the zone, as that was Penner who has it. He'll leave it off for Scharf, but the Engineers will take it. Can't find Bourbonnais. Scharf now gets it into the Colgate zone. Nice play, nice defensive play by Moore. Leaves it off for Prapervesis, dumps it behind the net. As it puck goes all the way down, Tyrannies has it. Tyrannies now, nice move by Tyrannies, gets the puck free, but he had a bad angle on it. Gets it back at the point for Morello, rather, not Melanson. Now Bourbonnais has it. Bourbonnais will lose it. Now Colgate will gain control in the neutral zone. RPI dumps it back into their own zone, taken there by Meyer for Colgate. Meyer to Citron. Citron behind his own net. Has coming in to take it. He has Black. We'll get it near far side. Stop again by the Engineer defense. Good job by RPI. It's knocked way up in the air where it's taken down by Colgate, but they can't seem to get it out of the neutral zone. RPI takes it. Whiff in there. You can't control the puck. Colgate finally does, as it's taken by Harrison. Far side. Back to the near side. Back on the play is Panawick. Panawick for Harrison. Saved by Perry. Panawick gets it back, and Perry will cover up as Panawick was looking for Cockrell, who was crashing the net.
Yeah, so the Engineers starting to get a little sloppy in the neutral zone there on that last shift after doing a great job to start the game, and it resulted in Colgate starting to take the puck into their own zone a lot more. Game started to get a little chippy after that Jimmy DeVito penalty. Tim Harrison came out on the ice and went right after Victor Liljegren. So might see quite a few penalties tonight.
Now whiffing against Peterson. Peterson will get kicked out of the face-off circle, and will come McMahon. McMahon will win the face-off, but out of the Colgate zone, Panetta. Panetta will dump it back in the Engineer zone, where taken behind the net is Wilson. Stops, controls. Now he has Morello. Gets it out into the zone and dumped in by RPI. Stopped by Finn. Nice pressure there by DeVito. Almost causes Finn to mishandle it. Now DeVito gets it back. Shot goes over the net and up into the netting, as that was a sloppy play there by Colgate. Jimmy DeVito, good pressure by Finn. Nice back check by DeVito, resulting in a high shot into the netting.
Yeah, Jimmy DeVito, the senior captain, doing a great job on that shift, getting behind the net with Finn right there and trying to set her the pass there for Jake Morello. Ended up getting the shot himself.
Now, DeVito in to take the face-off. He will win it back, knocked down by an Engineers player's backside. Moore will come in to get the puck for RPI. Now it's Morello, dumps it in. He's looking for Orval. Orval has it behind the net. He loses it. Now coming in, Moore takes a shot to the head. No call. As now Orval gets it far side, looking for Prapervesis, crashing down. Had a bad angle. He has it at the point now. Prapervesis has it. That gets it down low. Penalty upcoming against Colgate. Prapervesis now at the point. They'll get it back, and a whistle as Colgate touched up. So maybe there was a call as Moore took a shot to the head.
Tim Harrison really has just kind of been going chippy all game. He came out and saw Mears Moore go into the zone and just popped him right in the head. That's a dangerous play. Mears Moore's head went back and almost hit the glass. That was a really dangerous play by Harrison, a really reckless play. So elbowing, and it wasn't just elbowing, it was elbowing right to the head.
Yeah, more like punching. As Moore just hit his head snap back, almost like a whiplash, a car accident. But RPI wins the puck. Prapervesis on the blue line. He has it, gets over for Wilson. Now back to Prapervesis. Back at the point Now RPI has it. Their power play really worked. Wilson knocked on the point, and Finn covers up for a whistle as that puck was loose as an early whistle.
Yeah, it was in his padding somewhere, but Liljegren just kept whacking at it, and he almost actually pushed Finn right into the net. So he had every right to keep pushing because there was no whistle on the play.
Yeah, good job by RPI on the power play. Liljegren right there on the point. Wilson was crashing, but the puck was kind of loose. Now RPI has it back at the point. That is Ceremonies back. Quick shot, rebound. Nobody home for RPI. Now RPI pinching down as they get it back on the point. That shot, quick save in it. The quick save by Finn, who pushes it to the corner. Now RPI really, really buzzing on the power play, able to get it back on the point. Now Preppervesses back on the point, Riley. He'll get it back up, back down in the zone for Bourbonnais. Back for Riley. And he'll lose it. Actually, he'll go back and get it now. As he's the one who lost the puck, you have to go back and get it. He'll stop, he'll regroup as he leaves it off for Ceremonies behind Perry.
Second unit coming out now for the Engineers.
Ceremonies has it. He'll start over the red line. He'll dump it in. He'll try to regroup and chase after it for RPI. But there for Colgate is Corky to tie it up. Now RPI coming in, whiffing, battling for it. He can't get it. Colgate will get it and clear it all the way down the length of the ice as Perry will have to come out and stop it. He'll leave it behind the net for Wilson, who will take it, start it back up ice for RPI, leave it back for Nanny, rather. Nanny will dump it and drop it for Wilson. RPI will start. Now Ceremonies on the point. Ceremonies has it. He'll get it to the far side, back for Ceremonies. Ceremonies quick shot in and looking for a deflection. He can't find Morello, as Morello will chase after it. Good job by Morello to keep it in temporarily. Now Colgate will dump it down. Perry will come out and play. Wilson again will brings it up. Power play is over. Back to full side. Wilson fires it in. High shot, but it actually was on net. Just had to be a little bit down, a little bit more. Now Colgate will take it and take it out as Panetta had it for Colgate. He will start. A nice hit there by Wood as RPI can't find it. And Colgate will dump it in, leave it back behind the net for RPI. And RPI will start DeVito looking for Nanny. 1 minute left to play in the period. 1-0 RPI leads Colgate here as Snodgrass has it for Colgate. Coming in to take it for the Raiders is McMahon. Now stop and a whistle.
Offsides, it looks like.
As it was offsides, as Hunter Racine, and was Evan Peterson and Hunter Racine were there, and they get Peterson on the offside.
It was actually Victor Liljegren that was doing a nice job on the back check there to force that offsides. Kind of held the puck in, and Racine thought that the puck was already in the zone, but Liljegren had held it up at the blue line.
RPI wins the face-off. We'll start to regroup again. As they get it back, they let a back-and-forth action more. He'll leave it off for Wilson. He'll dump it in. 2-on-1 of RPI here. Shot! And then never sees Finn. As briefly, RPI had a 2-on-1. But Harrison coming in, he gets stood up on the blue line by Moore. And Harrison returning the favor for Colgate. RPI has it now on the blue line. Will dump it in. Never sees the zone. As now Harrison has it for Colgate. And is he offside? Yes, I believe they're going to call him offsides.
Yeah, so Harrison back out on the ice, causing all sorts of trouble. Elbowing Riley Bourbonnais there just before Bourbonnais went to the bench. The ref had to get in between them. So a chippy game here with 7.7 seconds left in the first period. We might see some extracurricular action before the period ends. Harrison also got a huge hit on Parker Reno.
Now RPI can't control the face-off. Nobody seems to want it. Now coming away with it was Wood, but that is
And Wood gets dumped to the ice by Panetta, and here we go.
So we'll see if any penalties come of this, as Jake Wood just casually playing,
he had the puck,
Had the
and
puck.
for whatever reason, Panetta decided to just pick him up and throw him to the ice.
Yep.
So we'll see what the refs decide to do, but I don't see a scenario where the Engineers don't get some sort of compensation for that.
Well, we'll see what happens from the officials, as the officials are still discussing it. And out there for Colgate is Corky, the assistant captain, discussing it.
It's a chippy game here tonight at the Fieldhouse in Troy, New York.
Yep. As Kulovich also down there for Colgate. Here comes Bourbonnais to see what's going on. Both teams are leaving the ice,
It looks like
except for the two captains who are talking to the officials about what's going to go on.
DeVito's going to try and figure out what's going on. He won the faceoff there. He just kind of casually dumped it to Wood. And we'll see what the verdict is when we come back.
So an RPI goal by Lou Nanny gives them a 1-0 lead going into the first intermission.
Yeah, and the Engineers really doing a nice job tonight. All four lines playing a really nice game. The defensemen are doing a good job to get in the passing lanes, in the neutral zone, and in their offensive zone to break up chances in front of the net, not allowing Chase Perry to see the puck from the shot all the way into his glove. They're not letting deflections be taken in front of the net. So good job by the Rensselaer defense, and also by the forward, specifically Brady Whiffen, doing a great job to back check and get the puck up ice for his forwards.
So that will do it for the first period of play in the books. RPI leads 1-0 over Colgate on a goal from Lou Nanny. Score after one period of play is RPI 1, Colgate 0. You're listening to live coverage of Engineer Hockey on 91.5 FM, WRPI Troy.
We're ready. Set, go. First one to get the quick amount, score a goal is the winner. Give a round of applause for tonight's contestants in the military hockey competition. Now we direct your attention to the west end near the Engineer Pride area. They're loading up the SEFQ money machine for tonight's $1,000 money grab. Tonight's contestant will have 60 seconds to grab as much money as possible flying around inside the money machine. They'll get to keep whatever they grab. SEFQ will match it and donate it to charity. Hands up. We'll put our contestant in the money machine, drop some cash in there, and we'll let him grab it as it flies around inside. Don't forget, while you're up and about, visit the pro shop. Behind section 2, they offer sweatshirts, hockey pucks, cups, and more. Stop by, check out all the Engineers swag. we go. Okay, we're 15 seconds in, 45 seconds to go. That's 30 seconds, halfway there. Stop by your local Set Fuel office. Closest ones are on Hoosier Street here in Troy, and also right on campus at the Rensselaer Union. The RPI next hockey would like to thank GE, Bose, SEPCU, CBPHB, The Ruck, Boucher and Clark Financial Group, Prescott, Absco Fence, Yankee Trails, Redford Pizza, Tri-City Rentals, Dunkin' Donuts, Freeman Peterson Incorporated, Jolene Morrison, Railway USA, Ben & Jerry's, Warren W. Fain, Autotax, Public Joint Center, Capital Region Orthopedics, CNS Companies, and Tri-City Valley Nets, all proud sponsors of RPI Hockey. Hey, if you're thinking of buying or selling a home, contact Jolene Morris with the Brewer Morris team of Realty USA. Give her a call at 518-331-1579. With over 90 homes closed in 2016, you should let their expertise move you.
When I was a kid, I wanted to touch the skies. I wanted to invent things. I wanted to protect others.
I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to make a difference.
I knew that one day I would make a difference.
I am a special mission leader.
Medical nurse.
Pararescueman. I'm Captain Chris Samus, and we are American Airmen.
See you more at airforce.com.
Hi, I'm Lee Boy. On behalf of the Mid-Top program, we'd like to thank you for coming out to tonight's game and for your continued support. Go Engineers!
The challenges facing the country never stop. So loyal as the U.S. Army, we train, adapt, and get smarter. Every soldier, every unit, every day. Not to keep up with change, but to drive it. Nobody knows.
Welcome back to the Houston Fieldhouse on the campus of Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute in Troy, New York, for the second period of today's game between the RPI Engineers and the Colgate Raiders. The score after one period of play is RPI 1, Colgate 0. You're listening to live coverage of the game on your home for Engineer Hockey, 91.5 FM WRPI Troy. Ed DeGarren along with Joe Pizzicato here on the call for you from the Houston Fieldhouse. Before we get started with the second period, we'd like to thank the Rensselaer Union, which provides the funding for WRPI's and club-related activity of the Institute, including WRPI's coverage of men's and women's ice hockey, football, and baseball later on in the year is what I was trying to say. We'd also like to remind you WRPI is on the World Wide Web. Point your browser to www.wrpi.org, and you can hear our broadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So long as WRPI is broadcasting, we're proud to broadcast on our internet feed. Once again, that is www.wrpi.org. Also, any current RPI students that like to try their hand at calling live games here, such as the one here between RPI and Colgate from the Houston Fieldhouse, as well as maybe some road games later on as we get you integrated into things, shoot us an email at wrpi-sports@rpi.edu, and we will do our best to accommodate you. There are opportunities this season to get on the air for men's and women's ice hockey. Later on in the year for baseball if you choose, and then next season when the football season starts up, if you'd like to do football, we'd get you up to speed on that. That is wrpi-sports@rpi.edu. That is how Joe came to us, so it really does work. We're not lying when we say that, and I believe Joe is having a great time so far in his experience with WRPI, and the time running out here on the clock.
Yeah, so the Engineers coming out looking to improve upon their lead 1-0, and it doesn't look like they're going to get a power play as one may have hoped.
That's very surprising.
At the end of the period,
that's very surprising.
Very violent end of the period, but the Engineers have been doing a great job driving play at 5-on-5, and we expect to see them do that more here in the second period.
Teams have switched sides. Chase Perry and go to my left, and Charlie Finn and go to my right. Penwick wins the face-off back for his teammates, and they knock it in the zone. That's Kulovic, the Hobie Baker candidate we were just discussing. Now, Parker Reno for RPI will get it out of the zone where it's being chased after by Nanny. He'll get it. He'll leave it for nobody but Cockrell for Colgate. He'll get it back to Panetta. Behind the net, Harrison catches an edge and he falls down, which enables Nanny to make a great move to keep the puck in the zone. He has it. Nanny behind the net now. Whiffen comes in to take. Holds. Still has it. Now looking for DeVito. Can't find him. Whiffen still has it. He will lose the puck out of the zone as Engineers have to touch up, which enables Colgate to take behind the net. Panetta will take, and he will get it up into the Engineer zone. Perry will have to play it. Dangerous play for Chase Perry, but he will play it. And now taken at the point, Brooks will get up behind the net. He'll lose it. Skied for the Engineers as they look at it, but they can't get it. Now coming down with it is Morello. We're going to get a whistle offsides.
Yeah, puck kind of bouncing around at the corner there. Forward's not really sure when to go. It looked like Morello might have slipped off. Or DeVito might have slipped off before Morello could bring the puck in.
Yeah, Morello, I think, was waiting for the puck to come down, and DeVito was give and go, but the puck was too high, so it enabled DeVito to be offsides. So Tyranny's taking a face-off against Peterson for Colgate. Tyrannies will get kicked out of the circle. He will not get kicked out, just take a little break as the referee's discussing it. He will come back in. He will win it back from Melanson, but Melanson can't find it. Prepovesis catches an edge, which enables McMahon to take it for Colgate. McMahon will lose it again. Prepovesis coming in. Shot saved by Perry. Puck loose, scores for Colgate as the puck was loose and flopping around. And that is Evan Peterson now on the far side to knock the puck in the back of the net.
Yeah, Prepovesis, not a great start to the period for him. Kind of losing his footing all over the ice. And the puck kind of bouncing around on the slick ice surface. Perry unable to see it. And again, the puck was right in front of the net. The Engineers unable to clear it from out of the goalie crease. And so they tie it up very quickly. Less than 2 minutes into this second period, the Colgate Raiders tie it up.
So Peterson gets the tying goal, 18:24 left to play in the second period. Here at the Fieldhouse, Colgate has the puck. Now it is being brought up by Meyer, saved by Perry. Perry will leave it off for his defenders. And out of the zone go the Engineers. Now Morello, Orval, backhand by Orval, almost sees the net. As now he'll get it back. And Colgate will bring it out of the zone as they look for Freeman. Shot in and a save by Perry as Penner took the shot in. 17:48 left to play in the second. RPI and Colgate tied at 1 here from the Houston Fieldhouse.
The Colgate Raiders look reinvigorated here in the second period. They've been all over the ice, taking the play straight to the face of the Engineers. The Engineers kind of look a little bit lost right now. As DeVito goes to take the faceoff.
And now DeVito wins it back for Reno behind his own net. Reno will get it out of the zone, back up for DeVito. DeVito far side will knock it in the zone as he's there. He'll get it back as the puck is loose. The Engineers can't find a Jake Wood in there to battle with Colgate. It was a 1-on-4, and as you'd imagine, Colgate comes away with it. That was Sanity. He loses it back for Panetta. Panetta in front of his own net, circles back. He'll get it up for Kulovic. Kulovic will regain and get it up for Panawick. Far side saved by Perry and out as the Engineers get it out of the zone finally, just barely out of the zone. Colgate will have to regroup as Reno has it for the Engineers. He'll shoot it in and a save by Finn as the puck comes back all the way out to the blue line where RPI will get it back. Now Whiffen on the blue line, gets it out for Riley. Shot in, never sees Finn. All the way back for Whiffen. Whiffen back on the blue line again. Shot in and a save by Finn on that shot from the blue line by Charlie Manley.
Yeah, good job by that top line. Good shift, getting the puck out of their own zone and sending it deep and just working the cycle, getting a couple shots off the point from Charlie Manley and Will Riley, and getting some pressure back on the goal.
RPI loses the face-off to Colgate. They bring it in 1-on-3. RPI Manley will play it off for Riley. Riley will try to get it out of the zone, looking for Nanny. He'll finally get it out of the zone. Bounce up in the air. Liljegren has it. Liljegren, near side shot, and Finn doesn't know where it is. It was behind him, but behind the net. Unfortunately for Liljegren. RPI with a great forecheck. They get the puck back in the zone. Whiffen leaves off for Liljegren. Can't find him. Melanson will control it near side. Melanson battling off the puck. We're going to get a penalty here. This is going to be a holding call on Colgate. RPI will go on their second power play of the game. They are 0 for 1.
Yeah, Melanson had the puck along the boards, and it looks like they're going to send Harrison to the box once again, and this is Harrison's second penalty of the night.
And let's not forget he was involved with that skirmish at the end too. So
yeah, so Harrison's really been the cause of all the chippiness, and the Engineers should try and take advantage of this power play. Hayhurst here to take the draw, and they should try and get their lead back.
Now Hayhurst loses the face-off back for Colgate, but it's controlled there by Riley. He'll lose it, and it kept in the zone. Shot, save by Finn. Shot from Liljegren came from the slot. 15:45 left to play in the second. 1-1 RPI and Colgate.
Yeah, Liljegren just above the near side circle had all ice in front of him and just wound up and blasted that shot. Finn had to feel that in his gut.
Hayhurst again wins the face-off. He'll look for Bourbon. They can't find him, enables Colgate to clear the zone. Perry will come out and play. Leaves it off for Riley, who will regroup behind his own net. Riley gets it up for Prapavesis, who will dump it in, looking for Liljegren. Can't find him, but Prapavesis gets it back on the blue line. Now leaves it for Bourbonnais down there. Now Liljegren behind the net. Get it up. Puck is loose in front of the net. RPI controls. No, they can't. Prapavesis was pinching down. He couldn't find it. Now Riley has it. Gets it behind the net. Now back for Riley. On the point, Will Riley leaves it. Shot and a save by Finn. As a nice move by Riley, looking for Hayhurst.
Will Riley doing a great job on that last shift, just skating backwards all the way around. Nobody could catch him. He was moving so fast on his back skates. Brought the entire Colgate defense over to his side, leaving a wide open Jake Hayhurst on the near side for an open net, but Finn able to get there.
Yeah, Hayhurst sort of smiling at Seth Apper, letting one get away. Now RPI has it on the blue line. Shot and a save by Finn. As 56 seconds remain on the power play. Colgate and RPI tied at 1, 14:51 left to play in the second. I'd like to remind you all listening to 91.5 FM WRPI Troy. Coverage of RPI men's hockey here from the Fieldhouse Ed Dugarian, along with Joe Piscicano. And as RPI loses the face-off on the power play, as Orval ties up his man, but Colgate still able to get out of the zone. Wilson can't control Perry. Will have to play it. He'll come out, leave it for Wilson. Regrouping behind his net. Wilson will bring it up across the red line, drop it back for Morello. Morello stops, looks, blue line again, Wilson. He'll shot in, never sees Finn, but it goes wide anyway. Now Cockrell. Cockrell will leave it off for his teammate and try to be out of the zone. Yes, they get it out of the zone. 10 seconds remaining on the power play. Now Tyrannies for RPI. They'll start with Morello. Back for Tyrannies with header steam. Tyrannies, far side, shot, score! Evan Tyrannies with a quick snapshot gives the Engineers a 2-1 lead. With 2 seconds remaining on the power play, RPI takes the 1-goal lead on Evan Tyrannies' goal. 13:57 left to play in the second period.
Patty Polino doing a great job there. After the puck kind of got dumped out of the zone, Polino chased it all the way back, quickly saw Tyrannies skating at the blue line, passed it to him on the far side. Tierney's zoomed in on the far side, faked the shot from the slot, or excuse me, from the circle, and then got a little closer to the net, went right in.
Now, Kulovic for Colgate, he has the puck. He will dump it into the engineer zone. Now back is Manley. He'll clear it out for Nanny. Far side, Nanny can't find Wood. Colgate stops it, and Parker Reno for the engineers. He'll get it out of the zone looking for DeVito. He can't find him. Now for Colgate. Takes a shot in on a Peterson shot, and Perry will hold on for the save.
And you know, that goal came at the perfect time because it was just as the power play ended or just after the power play ended for the Engineers. And that's a great time to get it because the morale of Colgate right now must be really low after almost killing that entire penalty. They let in the goal, the go-ahead goal for the Engineers.
Now Tierney's the goal scorer, has it for RPI. He'll get tied up there by Colgate. And the puck is loose. Now back on the point, the Raiders shoot it, and Perry with a nice save. He was sort of battling there with Cockrell, and Perry won that one. Shot from the point, never sees Perry again. RPI clears, 2-on-1 if they hurry. Melanson has it. Quick shot from the point, and Wilson, he was the trail man as Tierney's again with the bid. Now RPI has it far side. RPI behind the net, Prapavesis falls down, and he will lose it back for the Raiders. That is Meyer. He'll get it for Colgate. Colgate will start it and regroup there as RPI doing a good job there, buzzing now. And now Colgate will look to break it out. Corky again. He'll dump it in. Riley will dump it back out for the Engineers, but it's not out of the zone. As the puck's still loose, Colgate can't come away with it. Now they finally do, and they'll dump it behind the net, where the Colgate forward is waiting. Now RPI has it, Melanson. Melanson will get it up out of the zone with Whiffin's help. Whiffin will bring it in, but that results in an offsides. As Brady Whiffen has to have better awareness of where his teammates are on the ice.
Yeah, well, Whiffen kind of looked like he wanted to take that puck in by himself, and then he lost it. It got taken off his stick, but his momentum still carried him right through into the offensive zone, and he didn't really stop, and so the puck squirted through without him. Puck was sent in, rather, by Bourbonnais, I believe.
12:04 remains in the second period, 2-1 RPI on top. Now Colgate has it. They look to break it out of the zone as for Colgate, Brooks for Colgate dumps it in. Now the puck bounces in front of Perry, who just push it behind the net. Now Colgate on the point, never sees Perry. RPI is able to break it out of the zone. 3-on-2 if they hurry. As DeVito was trailing, but he will never get to see the puck. As taking it for Colgate is McMahon. Shot in on Perry behind him. McMahon has it behind the net. RPI's defense will get the puck up out of the zone. Nanny far side. Nanny for Wood. Shot by Wood goes high and wide. Now DeVito pushes it behind the net where it's Brooks for the Raiders. He'll stop. He'll regroup. He'll look for his teammates. Just wasting time, as coming in to take it for the Raiders now will be Panawick. Leaves it back for Brooks. Can't find anybody but RPI there in the neutral zone. Now we're going to get offsides here. Colgate has to touch up. Fired in by RPI and saved by Finn. Here, leave it off there for Corky, who will start up and out of the zone. Just dump it in. Perry will bounce in, and dangerous play by Perry. Should have covered that one up, but the puck was bouncing. Now RPI's Nanny has it. Nanny can't control this. Will go down the length of the ice. No icing, as they're going to say Finn could have played it, and he didn't do it. Now Colgate will come in to take shot from the point, and a save by Perry on the shot by Paul Meyer, the freshman from Medina, Minnesota. 10:17 left to play in the second. 2-1 RPI on top of Colgate.
Yeah, so the Engineers having a couple offsides calls going against them. big power forwards like Brady Whiffen and Victor Liljegren trying to push the puck through and sort of getting held up, and their momentum still carrying them into the offensive zone. But they'll look to clean that up and not get so many stoppages with 10:17 left here in the second period.
RPI loses the faceoff. Colgate controls far side. Loose puck. Now RPI takes it, get it out of the zone. Nice play defensively. Now Polino coming through the zone. Still has it. Far side. Stops. He'll cycle down. Now Wilson takes a shot and a save by Finn. Nice play again by Patrick Polino, getting out to Jared Wilson. And Wilson found an open spot, but Finn just was able to beat him to it.
Yeah, it looks like the Colgate defenders are kind of just letting the point shots come. So if the Engineers can get a guy in front of the net, maybe tip one, you could see a couple more goals come from this Engineer defense.
Now Hayhurst wins it for Polino. Polino back on the point. Shot. Oh, trickles in as the shot from Riley came. Orval couldn't find it. As now the Engineers again Polino all over the net. Can't keep it in. He finally does. Now the Engineers have it. They look to control, but Colgate will bust it out of their own end, far side. Dump it down. Perry will play it. Praperves is there, but Perry plays at the other end. Now RPI gets it out. Colgate again there to gather the rebound as Corky for Colgate. As the puck far side, dumps it in. Engineers go chase. That is Manley. He loses control, but he's able to get it back. Falling down is Manley on the play. Still able to get it out of the zone. Nice job by Charlie Manley. Now going back is Citron for the Raiders. Citron has it up into the zone for Black. Black shot in, saved by Perry. Rebound out to Wilson. He clears it behind his net. Now Manley can't find the puck. Trickles in on Perry, who will play it back up for Wilson. And Wilson was attacking. He thought better of it. Now Colgate has it. Bourbonnais doing the forechecking. He thought better of it as well. Now Black shot in by Colgate, saved by Perry. Colgate goes for a change. Loose glove behind the net. Could be dangerous. Puck dumped in by the Engineers. Bourbonnais has it behind the net. He's looking for Tyrannies. Can't find him as the puck trickles free to Praperves, will dump it in, has Tyrannies behind the net. Tyrannies controls behind the net, looking for Riley, pinching down. Riley back for Praperves, wide open. Praperves, if he shoots it, he's pinching down. He held it way too long. He should have shot it in. But puck is deflected by Tyrannies, and Finn was able to make the save as RPI has it behind their net now. That is Melanson. Turning, controlling, still turning. Good job by Drew Melanson. Back down for Tyrannies. Has it. Tyrannies ties it up along the boards. Referee saying got to push it along. Melanson in to help out. He'll have the puck. As he'll lose the puck now for now back to Colgate. That was Corky. Getting the puck out, and he'll dump it in the zone. We're going to get a whistle and an ice. 7:19 left to play in the second. 2-1 RPI in Colgate, and Evan Tyrannies almost gets another one on the deflection.
Yeah, Melanson actually did a nice job on that play. After Praperves went down low, pinching in, and lost the puck, Melanson held the puck in at the far point and was able to keep the cycle going and kind of just shot it on net for Tyrannies. Tyrannies tried to take a baseball whack at it, but it just went wide.
So face-off in the Colgate zone. Now it's tied up with Morello underneath his skates. He's looking for it with DeVito. Coming away with it is Penwick for Colgate. He'll get it out of the zone. Now for his teammate, that is Snodgrass. Quick in on Perry. RPI defense knocks it away. Looking for Wilson along the far side, out of the Colgate zone, off sides, as Colgate, the puck got out of the zone. Colgate had a touch up, they didn't do it. 6:47 left to play in the second. 2-1 RPI on top of Colgate.
Good back check by Jimmy DeVito on that last shift. Chase Perry made the initial save on the puck, and it was sitting right on his stick. He didn't, for some reason, it couldn't see it. DeVito was sitting right there, did a nice job, pushed it right to the corner, and then his defense was able to sweep it around and out of the zone. So good job by the forwards on defense right now. The centerman's job is not just to assist and get up to his forwards, but also to back check and help out his defense. So great job by Brady Whiffen as well as Jimmy DeVito, doing a nice job on in their defensive roles, as well as trying to help out the offense.
So immediate timeout to shave off the ice, if you will, shovel off the shavings, however you want to put that. 6:47 left to play in the second RPI with a 2-1 lead. Lou Nanny scoring in the first period of play, and then Evan Tyrannies getting the go-ahead goal for our RPI. Those were the bread of the sandwich, as Peterson got the middle goal of that for Colgate. That's where we stand 2-1 RPI and Colgate. Ed DeGarry along with Joe Pizzacano here from the Fieldhouse as RPI loses the face-off and it's out of the zone. RPI looking to bring it in, as that's Liljegren. Liljegren has it behind his net, gets tied up in his skates. He'll try to start out with it. He will not do it, as he'll get it back as Whiffen came in to help. Liljegren now gets some room. Shot, saved by Finn. I don't know if you saw that. I think he just stuck his leg out. As Colgate now has it, as we're going to get a penalty here on RPI.
It's like Liljegren might have boarded him.
Going to be against Victor Liljegren. Puck happened after the play. Liljegren just buried a Colgate player.
Yeah, so looks like maybe they're
Breaking
going to call
out
it
of the
roughing.
zone, roughing.
Could have been an interference too, as the defender was just nowhere near the play. Liljegren just burying him.
Yeah, not a smart play by Victor Liljegren, as Colgate clearly had the puck and were breaking after it. So Victor Liljegren has to have a little bit better awareness of where the play is.
He's had a pretty nice game so far. Had a couple opportunities pushing in on net with that big body of his to kind of push defenders out of the way and get in on net, but not the smartest play. So Whiffen and Wood will be out here with Krapavessis and Riley on the penalty kill.
They called that contact to the head roughing. Now Colgate plays with it on the blue line. They have it as Kulovic. Now shot and a save by Perry. As I didn't even see that one. I don't know how Perry saw that one. That was a bullet from the point by Kulovic, and Perry held on to it.
Yeah, that really was a nice shot by the Hobie Baker nominee. Perry, I thought that shot was going to go in the net because I really did not see it. It went so fast.
I was actually Peterson on the one-timer pass from Kulovic. Peterson with the bullet, as that puck was going so fast. Now Peterson back on the blue line, as it Kulovic for Colgate gets it back to Panetta. Now Colgate has it behind the net, back for Kulovic. Gets it back for Black, and a shot and a score. Did that go off of Reno? It looked like it went off of Reno.
It looked like it kind of bounced up around. Perry saw it. It was almost in slow motion for him. He kind of dove back, almost kept it out of the net, but I'm not sure. It might have bounced off a Reno stick.
He saw the initial one. Evan Peterson getting his second goal of the game, as Perry made the initial save, and then after that, I don't know what happened. I don't know if Reno was trying to get it out of the zone, and it just went off his stick or what. But Peterson's going to get credit for the goal.
They tie it. Colgate ties it up here with 5:37 left in the second period. Engineers look to get it back.
Yeah, it went off of Reno's skate and in the back of the net. That's why it looked like Perry made the initial save. Peterson was looking for a crashing defenseman, and it just went off of Reno's skate. Now Snodgrass for Colgate. 5:19 left to play in the second. 2-2 RPI and Colgate pair of power play goals here in the second. One for RPI, one for Colgate. Now Colgate has it shot and never sees Perry. And Colgate has their offense working now, as this is McMahon loses the puck to the Engineers across the zone. That is overall back looking for Morello. Gets stuck in his equipment. Morello shooting back after it, looking for Riley. Can't find him. Riley has to go regroup for the Engineers. Riley has it, but it's intercepted there by Corky. Back at the point, saved by Perry. Rebound Corky, saved by Perry again. 4:32 left to play in the second. 2-2 RPI Colgate. Colgate has it in their zone. RPI taking a change. Colgate taking a change. Colgate has it far side. RPI Tyrannies comes away with it. Tyrannies has it near side. He moves it looking up ice for Melanson. Now Tyrannies has it. Now Riley. Melanson lets it go through. Riley can't control. Now Bourbonnais for the Engineers has it behind the net. He'll lose it. The puck is free behind the Colgate net. Tyrannies comes in to take it. He'll get it back. He'll get it back on the point for Riley. Riley looking for Tyrannies, deflected and saved by Finn. Again, Evan Tyrannies just on the doorstep. He just can't seem to find a good deflection to get it in. He's come close. After his goal in the second, he's come close about 3 other times now. He just can't seem to put it in the net. 3:54 left to play in the second. 2-2 RPI Colgate.
Yeah, Will Riley doing a good job to give him that opportunity, just kind of chipping that puck in on net, not with too much speed, but enough for him to see it and make a play on it.
Now whiffing in to take the face-off. He'll lose it back to the Raiders behind the net. Now coming in to take it for the Raiders is Panawick. He'll lose it to Liljegren. Liljegren can't control. It's brought into the Engineer zone momentarily by Cockrell. With Colgate Hill's trying to find Panawick, but no one there but Reno for the Engineers. Panawick will lose it. Turnaround shot by Cockrell, saved by Perry. Nanny gets it far side. He'll look to clear it out. Puck is tied up. Puck is still tied up. No one seems to want it. Colgate comes away with it. Shot by Cockrell and a save by Perry. Now Panawick, he'll lose it. Puck is fired down the length of the ice. This will be icing against RPI.
Yeah, the Engineers sort of getting pinned in their own zone here on the last shift. After that Raider goal, Engineers trying to move the puck around, but the Raiders holding the points very nicely are their defensemen.
The puck is loose in the face-off circle. Colgate takes a shot in by McMahon, saved by Perry. Wraparound shot, saved by Perry. Puck is loose. RPI comes away with it. They look to break it out. Liljegren backhand. So and a save by Finn. Liljegren get absolutely robbed on that scoring opportunity. Victor Liljegren had it on the backhand, switched it to his forehand very nicely, and Charlie Finn just did a take it away as Liljegren goes top shelf and Finn flashing the leather.
Yeah, Liljegren just powering through the zone at full speed. Like you said, switching backhand to forehand and trying to go high. He saw the opening, he went for it, but...
Out of town score for you in Hamilton. Colgate defeated RPI women 3-0. Lavisa Salander with 42 saves in that one. Coming up a little short, 2.5 minutes left to play in the second here. 2-2 RPI and Colgate. RPI coming through the zone. That was Tyrannies who has it. Tyrannies tries to pass, but he whiffs on the passing attempt. It's tied up in his skates, which is the next best thing. Bourbonnais in there to help Tyrannies. He can't come away with it. Puck is skied into the Engineer zone. No icing played there by Manley. Back for Riley. Riley takes it behind his net. Has two Colgate players. They run into each other. Now Riley will regroup, get it out of the zone. As now Bourbonnais for the Engineers has it near side. Bourbonnais, backhand, stops, still has it. Forehand, Bourbonnais, face-off circle, gets it to the point. Nice job by Bourbonnais for Reno, who's looking for Tyrannies all the way down. Bourbonnais, far side. Shot in Tyrannies behind the net. Wraparound attempt. Score! Evan Tyrannies with the wraparound attempt makes this one 3-2 RPI over Colgate.
Evan Tyrannies did a great job on that goal, had it behind his net, and tried to wrap it and jam it in on the near side, but instead, seeing the opening on the far side, took it right in.
Evan Tyrannies, 3 deflections, and he says, okay, I can't beat you on the deflections, I'll just beat you with the wraparound. Puts it in the back of the net, gives RPI a 3-2 lead. That is his second goal of this period. giving RPI a 3-2 lead. 1:36 left to play in the second. RPI leads 3-2. RPI loses the face-off. That is Raleigh Bourbonnais on the assist.
Second goal on the night and sixth goal of the season. Evan Tierney starting to heat up.
Parker Reno with the assist as well. He has the puck behind the net. He'll get it out to Wilson. He'll sky it as the puck comes in the zone looking for DeVito. He'll get him back from Morello. DeVito. Oh, as he takes tries to take the shot, gets leveled. No call. Now Peterson has it for Colgate. He'll get it out to Black and Brooks. Brooks now for Cockrell. As 1 minute left to play in the period, Jared Wilson for RPI has the puck. He looks to get it in near side. It goes all the way down for icing as he can't find Jimmy DeVito.
Yeah, DeVito unable to get his stick on that last stretch pass. But going back to that goal, the Engineers had done a nice job cycling the puck, sort of tiring out the defense of the Colgate Raiders, allowing Tierney to make that move. And he was really wide open behind the net. Good vision by Reno to get the puck to him.
48 seconds remain in the second period here from the Fieldhouse. Shot never sees Perry from the point from Kulovic. And the puck goes all the way down and brought back in. Colgate trying to take a change, but they can't. Now Kulovic has it at the point. He'll lose it, and the puck gets dumped back down for RPI, trying to break it out. They can't do it. Just dump it behind the net. Finn will come to play it. RPI takes a change. Now Colgate has it in their zone. That is Corky for Colgate. Corky looking for somebody, can't find anybody. Now RPI comes in to take it. That is Manley. He'll lose the puck. Shot by Perry, saved by Perry rather, as we're going to get a penalty now against RPI as the time runs out in this one. So we're going to get a charging call at the tail end of this period against RPI. So RPI will start a man down in the third period. As didn't see who they called. It happened in the very last second.
Yeah, I didn't really see the call either, Ed, but the Engineers, again, are going to go into the period with the lead, which is what you want to see from them, and they did a nice job answering back on both of the goals that the Raiders put on. Not Evan Peterson specifically having a good game here. Chase Perry has had a pretty good game, I'd say, so far. The one goal, he almost saved it. It kind of just trickled in on him behind the net. And so good overall play by the Engineers. Really what you want to see from a team that's at the bottom. They're at the bottom of the ECAC rankings, but that's not stopping them from giving their heart out every single night.
Yeah, no, they have been showing a lot of grit. You know, they were in a one-goal game last week. They won it. They're in a battle now. You know, they've never trailed in this game. You know, knock on wood. I think RPI fans now are going to kill me for saying that, but you know, they've lost the lead, but they've gained it back all time. So 2 goals by Evan Tierney in that second period give RPI a 3-2 lead. So we'll take a short break here before we go for our second intermission. The score after 2 periods of play is RPI 3, Colgate 2. You're listening to live coverage of Engineer Hockey on 91.5 FM, WRPI, Troy.
Last 5 seconds, if you got him, let's check him. 3, 2, 1, let's pick a winner. The puck closest to center ice is going to win a gift certificate to Ryan's Wake in downtown Troy. Ryan's Wake proud to support RPI Athletics. Tonight's winning puck, number 142, 142, you're the winner of the gift certificate to Ryan's Wake in downtown Troy. Ryan's Wake Chuck a Puck. Thanks for participating in tonight's contest. We'd like to remind you the Hudson Mohawk Figure Skating Club is in its 65th year of offering learn to skate classes right here at Houston Fieldhouse on Saturday mornings. Classes are for all ages. For more information, check out the program at hmfsc.org. The RPI Pep Band. Rensselaer would like to thank the following sponsors: Nigro Companies, Rensselaer Alumni Association, Madison Sampson, Ginsburg and Griffin Law Firm, the Lee's Counter, Sodexo, the Hilton Garden Inn, National Grid Foundation, Turner Construction, the Desmond Hotel, SUNY Albany, Reifenberg Construction, the Recovery Sports Grill, E. Stewart Jones, Hacker and Murphy, Stanley Steamer, Stewart's Shops, PSN Sports, Rensselaer Honda, Fryhawkers, Saratoga Eagle Sales and Services, and Wolf's Beer Garden in Troy, all proud sponsors of RPI Hockey. Elsewhere in the ECAC, the end of the second period in Providence is Quinnipiac 1, Brown 0. After 2 periods in New Haven, Princeton 2, Yale 2. Middle of the second period in Austin, it's Harvard 1, Dartmouth 0. And Union Cornell are a later start. RPI Women's Hockey plays Princeton next Friday, February 10th. The puck drops at 6 p.m. Come on out. Show your support for women's hockey. Log on to rpiathletics.com for more information on all the RPI athletic programs.
Hi, I'm Coach Seth Acker, and I'm attorney Stuart Jones, reminding you to stay safe on the ice this winter. If you already been in a car accident, call. Free consultation, third advice. Your hometown attorneys are here to help.
You're busy, and Stewart Shops can make your life easier with all of our great easy food options. Whether you're grazing on the go or picking up dinner, egg wishes, hot and cold subs, deli dogs, chicken tenders, meatballs, and introducing Stewart's new green salads.
These are great.
And they're made in our Stewart's kitchen, along with our soups and hot entrees. Available as bowlers or now and then packaged meals. Warm up at Stewart Shops, food easy food.
Engineers are back in action here at the Fieldhouse tomorrow night. Game time 7 o'clock. We'll take on Cornell in the annual Whiteout. Let's white out the rink. Don't forget, you can also skate with the Engineers following tomorrow night's game. Come on out. Meet your favorite Engineer player tomorrow night following the Cornell Whiteout hockey game.
Who couldn't fight for themselves. whether on my block or around the world. My name is Person Taylor King, and I move to where the sounds of those who are in need of help. The proud Marines.
Welcome back here to the Houston Fieldhouse on the campus of Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute in Troy, New York, for today's third period of action between the RPI Engineers and the Colgate Raiders. Score after 2 periods of play is RPI 3, Colgate 2. A pair of Evan Tierney's goals in that second period put RPI with a 3-2 lead. You're listening to live coverage of Engineering Hockey on 91.5 FM WRPI Troy. Ed DeGarren along with Joe Pizzicato here from the Fieldhouse. And I forgot to mention, Joe, by the way, you know, in the beginning of the game when the guy was up and down, I guess, what you would call it, scaling the wall, that's how we used to get up and down from the catwalk.
Really?
I'm kidding. No, if I had to do that, I probably wouldn't have announced up there. But it was definitely interesting, you know, and I do sort of miss the old digs up there, but, you know, these are our new digs. Before we get started with the third period of play, we'd like to thank the Rensselaer Union, which provides the funding for WRPI and all club-related activity of the Institute, including WRPI's coverage of RPI men's and women's ice hockey, football, and baseball later on in the year. WRPI is also on the World Wide Web. Point your browser to www.wrpi.org. You can hear our broadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So long as WRPI is broadcasting, we are proud to broadcast on the internet feed. The face-off is won by Colgate. That was Harrison with the puck shot, and Perry with the save as the shot came from Kulovich, who was pinching down.
Perry digging in right now at the crease, trying to get the ice how he wants it.
Face-off is taken. It will be Peterson versus DeVito. Whistle blows as there was some extracurricular. Nobody get kicked out. We're ready. And Peterson will win it. He'll win it back to the point that is Brooks on the point. He'll get it back for Peterson. Cycles around. Peterson. Drop pass on the point again. Colgate once again on the power play. Now Kulovich. Shot in, saved by Perry. Cleared down the length of the ice by RPI, and they will go on the change. 19:24 left to play in the third. Penalty was on Mike Prapavesis, by the way, at the end of the second period. Now RPI has it, saved by Perry. Lou Nanny has it, and he cannot clear it as it's kept in there by Brooks. Push it down behind the ice. Colgate player falls, that's what you hear. Now Peterson has it at the point. Peterson for Kulovich. Back down far side, Kulovich again. Back for Peterson. Over to Brooks. Back for Peterson. Over to Brooks. Peterson has it again. Peterson tries for the wraparound, imitating Tyrannies. Now Kulovich back for Peterson. Kulovich on the point. Brooks, far side. Brooks gets it down low. Brooks shot and a save by Perry. And a whiff on the shot. Saved by Perry again. RPI Bourbonnais couldn't clear the puck. Now Nanny has it. For RPI. Nanny looks for Bourbonnais. Bourbonnais clears the puck down the length of the ice. 28 seconds remaining in Prapavesis' penalty. Now Brooks has it for Colgate behind his own net. Brooks again, he leaves it for McMahon. Over for Cockrell. He'll lose it. Cockrell gets it back. At the point now, as Black has it for Colgate. 3 seconds remaining, 2-1. Penalty has expired for RPI. Back to 5 side. Shot saved by Perry. Rebound cleared by Whiffen and out of the zone. Chasing after it there is RPI, but they can't get to it. Chasing after it was Hayhurst. Now Orval loses the puck. He'll get it back as a Colgate player goes flying. Now Morello, middle of the ice. Morello has it. Back for Wilson. Wilson, far side shot. Blocked down. That was a shot by Hayhurst. Now Morello has it looking for Orval. Behind the net, stops and dime. Back for Morello. Back for Orval. Morello and Orval loses the puck, and they go down, which enables Colgate to clear. As having the puck now is Citron. He'll lose the puck. Colgate goes on a change. Now Manley for RPI. Skirts free from a guy. He leaves it for Morello, who leaves it off for Hayhurst. Hayhurst has it in the slot. He'll get it free. Leave it for Manley. Shot and a save by Finn, and he'll hold on for the whistle.
So the Engineers penalty kills it. The Engineers kill off the penalty to start the period. Nice job by the defensemen. They kept a lot of the junk out of the crease in front of Perry. Tim Harrison, as well as Snodgrass, were constantly trying to get in front of Perry and whack at it, but Wilson doing a nice job to clear the crease for Perry.
Now Tyrannies has it. He'll win the face-off. We'll call it an RPI win, but Colgate is able to clear. Down low now, Harrison, the Calgary Flames draft pick, the senior out of Duxbury, Massachusetts, has it shot in by Perry, wraparound, he'll save, and it's still loose. Now Tyrannies has it for the Engineers. Can't clear the zone. Yes, they do. What are they going to whistle? All sides, a hand pass. I think they're going to say hand pass. 16:36 left to play in the third.
So either way, the faceoff comes out of the zone,
yeah,
which is good for the Engineers.
3-2 RPI. They're going to call the hand pass on Cockrell.
So
Colgate will go make the change.
Engineers come out with their top line.
Whiffen, he'll win the face-off. He'll lose it back for Penner. Penner for Colgate battles Whiffen. 2:21 battling with the puck. RPI comes away with it now. McMahon. Now he'll have it now for Scharf. Scharf will put it in the zone back for Reno. Reno looking for proper Vessis. Goes around him. Now Nanny near side. Nanny gets it out, but Colgate there intercept. Dump it back in the Engineer zone where it's dumped out of the zone and chased after now by Liljegren. Brooks will beat Liljegren to the puck, but Liljegren's big reach is able to momentarily freeze it. Now Meyer comes in to help out. Whiffen, he tries to battle Meyer off the puck. Can't do it. Puck goes all the way down the length of the ice for icing. 15:43 left to play in the third. 3-2 RPI on top of Colgate.
Engineers doing a nice job kind of keeping the puck out of their zone. Colgate got a few shots on net, but Engineers cleared them. Nothing too high danger for Chase Perry to worry about.
15:43 left to play in the third. 3-2 RPI on top of Colgate here from the field house. Evan Tyrannies taking the face-off. He'll lose it to the Raiders behind their own net. Now Colgate battles out. Now it's dropped down for RPI. They take it. They get it up out of the zone. No icing is touched by an RPI player. Now Panetta for Colgate. He'll leave it back behind the net. Corky. He'll get it up for Harrison. Far side shot saved by Perry. He'll hold on for the whistle. 15:17 left to play in the third. Shots 22-21 in favor of the Engineers. So both teams pretty evenly matched. I'd say RPI is looking more intense right now. It almost looks like they want to win this game. They don't want to just roll over and let Colgate come back.
Engineers come out with it.
As the faceoff is won by RPI. Finn stops it behind the net. He'll dump it off for nobody there. Almost a dangerous play. But a Colgate player gets leveled.
By Jake Wood.
Jake Wood with a nice hit. And a nice, clean, legal hit as well. As now Colgate will battle back. Panetta has it behind the net. He'll leave it off for Black. He'll start up. Intercepted by the Engineers. And out of the zone, Jake Wood. Jake Wood in the neutral zone. He'll give it up. He'll get it up there. And he'll get it back as Wood and Morello playing with it. Now Colgate comes out far side. They'll get it into the zone. Nice defensive play there by Prapavesis. Holding up McMahon for Colgate. Now it's knocked over for Colgate. Shot and a save as Citron has it for Colgate. And he'll dump it in. And the Engineers will clear the zone as now Morello has it. Morello up, clearing the zone. He'll chase after it. Now Finn will come out and play it. Now Orval can't find anybody. It'll go all the way down into the ice. Perry will stop it out. And RPI will regroup there. Manley sends into the neutral zone looking for Morello. He'll dump it in, and RPI will go chase. Morello can't find it. He's being held up there by a Colgate player. Now back at the point, Riley. Nice play by Riley to keep it in the zone. Now Manley. Quick shot and rebound, and nobody home as Orval didn't have a stick on the ice. He would have had an easy goal. This puck goes all the way down the length of the ice for icing, touched by Colgate. But if Orval had his stick on the ice, he would have had an easy goal.
Yeah, Finn made a nice pad save there, and it went right out to the center for Orval. But Orval just gotta keep your stick down.
13:30 left to play in the third period as RPI has the face-off the puck. Wilson near side point. He'll get it down low for Whiffen behind the net. Whiffen looking for Nanny. Nanny battles through. He'll get it far side back for Whiffen. He'll control there, leave it on the point. Shot in by Reno, goes wide and out of the zone. Now it's there by Wilson, touched, and we're going to get a whistle. Didn't see what the call was. Did the puck go out of the zone? Yes, it must have went out of the zone, out of the ice rather. Touched by the Engineer bench, knocked back in. 13:09 left to play in the third. RPI leads Colgate 3-2.
Still lots of hockey here to play at the Fieldhouse in Troy, New York.
Whiffen will win the face-off, but Colgate will control. They'll get it into the Engineer zone. Now Wilson behind the net. Jared Wilson will leave it off for Will Riley. Riley near side, bangs off the board and out of the zone. Played there by Cockrell. Knocked down by Riley to the near side rather, and there it's Harrison who will lose it, and it will not be out of the zone. Finally does by Riley, who was trailing the play. He'll dump it in. The puck will go behind Finn. RPI will take a change. Colgate will go regroup now. Meyer will wait for his teammate as the coming off the bench. Meyer has it back, gets ahead of steam now. He'll dump it into the zone behind Perry. We're going to get a whistle. Did Meyer have the red line? Did they call icing? I thought...
I think it was offsides, actually.
Oh, offsides. Okay, I thought Meyer had the red line.
I think Penner was offsides.
Yeah, okay. He must have been on the far side. 'Cause I thought Meyer had the red line. But regardless, RPI will win the face-off, and they will knock it into the zone momentarily, taken there by Colgate. And they will regroup, and Engineers trying to get the defense out. Shot saved by Perry. Goes behind him briefly, and he can't cover up. Now Colgate has a shot and a save by Perry. He'll kick it to the far side corner where RPI battles out. Now Hayhurst has the puck. He is not able to break free. As Bourbonnais not able to break free. As he'll lose it. Now Tyrannies will get it back into the neutral zone, and RPI will play it there. Stopped by Melanson, sent in briefly, and back out by the Raiders. Raiders in the midst of a change, got to be careful. Almost too many men, but Melanson comes away with it. Now RPI will take a change as the puck goes into the Colgate zone, taken there by Andrew Black for the Raiders. He will start it out. He will leave it up far side, and a shot saved by Perry, knocked down, and the Engineers will clear the zone, knocked back in by Colgate. Wilson behind the zone. Wilson behind his own net. He will get it out into the neutral zone all the way down the length of the ice. No icing in this one as Colgate takes it behind the net, as now Cockrell for the Raiders will clear it out of the zone, leave it up for Snodgrass. Snodgrass dumps it in, goes behind Perry, taken there by Reno. And looking for DeVito, can't find him, but he has Morello. Now DeVito has the puck. DeVito, he still can't clear the zone as Colgate comes in, as Peterson has it for the Raiders. Peterson will lose it back from McMahon. Go behind the net now, Snodgrass. He'll lose the puck. Now Cockrell shot saved by Perry, as now Cockrell again has the puck. He's being pressured by Reno, rubbed off the play nicely by Reno, and not out of the zone as a shot in was from Brooks on the point. As players getting tied up, Reno and Cockrell, as now Reno battles it, he can't find it. Shot and a save by Perry as the shot came from Bobby McMahon, the freshman.
Engineers have tired legs out here on the ice as they'll look to change right now. Good job by Perry to hold that puck. They had quite a shift there in the defensive zone. Did a nice job keeping the crease clear and not letting too many opportunities come their way, but visibly tired after good movement from the Raider forecheck.
9:53 left to play in regulation. 3-2 RPI over Colgate. As we're going to get a timeout again as they shovel the shavings off the ice.
Yeah, so the Engineers looking to keep up their momentum in the previous couple weeks, get this first win of the weekend, and try to keep up their winning ways with the ECAC tournament approaching in the coming months.
As both teams talking over what they want to do, both goalies in their respective creases, as they're not part of this conversation. A goalie is sort of like a kicker in football. Nobody talks to them, and they're just sort of in their own little world.
Well, yeah, you don't really want to disturb a goalie when he's having a good game like Perry is tonight. He's don't want to mess too much with his head, let him get his drink of water, and have him keep playing his game.
Now, regrouping behind the net is RPI, that is Wilson. He looks to break free. He does it, but Colgate there to stop in the neutral zone. We're going to get a whistle and a penalty upcoming behind the play.
It looked like Jared Cockrell was just grabbed Victor Liljegren's stick for some reason. As Liljegren was going back to help on defense on the play, Cockrell just kind of grabbed his stick. And I think that should be an interference call. And it looks like they're going to try to get Cockrell to the box now. So the Engineers going on the power play right now.
Right now they are 1 for 2. I believe this is their third one. Yes, they are 1 for 2 on the power play. As the last time Evan Tierney scored with 2 seconds remaining, now Whiffen will take the face-off. He will win it back at the point. Now Melanson. Now Whiffen will come in, loose stick, an Engineer loses his stick. Now pick it back up. That was Morello that loses his stick. And now streaking down and out of the zone, Colgate will come away with it as a shot in by, and a save by Perry. Shot was from Panawick. The short-handed bid fell short as Chase Perry was up to the task.
Yeah, Engineer players losing their sticks all over the ice. Patrick Polino at first was trying to get a puck in the corner and got upended and lost the stick. And then Brady Whiffen, after battling for that puck in the corner, also lost the stick, allowing the Raiders to go on the break there.
9:06 remaining in the third. 3-2 RPI leads Colgate as RPI is looking to break free now. Hayhurst brings it into the zone with a head of speed. He'll pass it basically to himself. Good job by Jake Hayhurst. Now Riley Bourbonnais behind the net. He'll find it far side, back at the point. Almost out. Good job by Will Riley to keep it in. Now Bourbonnais shot, wraparound shot, and a save by Finn. Where's the puck?
They're fighting for it in the goal mouth.
Liljegren was there trying to poke it home, but Finn was able to keep the puck out of the net. And no
looked
goal.
Like he just kind of kept his stick there, just kind of held his stick there.
Yeah,
I do not know how he kept that puck out of the net.
Yeah,
we'll take a look at the replay.
All Liljegren had to do was lift the puck up over his foot, not even his stick, his foot and his glove.
Puck just sitting there.
It's
on the skate. It looked like a skate
it's on
of
the skate of
defenseman.
Brett Corky. That's what enabled Finn to cover the puck. So Corky coming through for his team 8:35 left to play in the third. RPI on a power play now. Will Riley starts up for the Engineers. He'll dump it in, and he can't control now. It's dumped out by Colgate all the way down the ice. Perry will play it. He'll stop it, leave it off for Wilson. Wilson up for Hayhurst. Dumps it in, looking for Bourbonnais, chasing after. Now Corky clears it around, can't clear it out of the zone. No one there but Bourbonnais, far side. Now Liljegren comes in to help get the puck free. Colgate, they cleared out of the zone as it was touched with the high stick. The referee says touched up by Chase Perry, resulting in the whistle and the face-off in the Engineer end.
24 seconds left here on this Engineer power play. Unable to really get much going. They only had 2 shots, and they had that one good opportunity that unfortunately got stuck in the stick of Brett Corky, but not much going for the Engineers.
Face-off is won by the Raiders on the point there. That was black for the Raiders, keeping it in. Now the play is to the Engineers. Now Corky has it again. He will clear the zone. 4 seconds remaining on the Engineer power play. 2-1. That will do it. Back to 5-a-side here at the Fieldhouse. 7.5 remaining in the regulation time. Colgate has the puck, trying to break it out, as now it's Harrison for the Raiders. Puck is loose as Perry can't control now. He will gather it and hold on as the puck shot in from the slot by Cockrell. Perry held on. 7:16 remained in the third. 3-2 RPI over Colgate.
Another great job there by Parker Reno, keeping Jared Cockrell out of the crease after Perry sort of lost sight of the puck. And if Reno had not been there, I'm sure that puck would have been in the net, because Cockrell was waiting on the doorstep to whack it in. Hayhurst now to take the face-off.
Yep, Hayhurst coming in to take the face-off against Evan Peterson of Colgate. Peterson wins it back to Panetta, who dumps it behind Perry. Now Parker Reno for the Engineers, and it's cleared out, taken by McMahon for Colgate in the slot. Peterson shot goes wide by McMahon and tried to tip it in. Puck is loose, taken by Morello for the Engineers behind Perry. Morello looks to break it out near side. He will clear it down the length, and the Engineers will take a change. Now Orval pressuring. Puck is free in the neutral zone, taken there by Manley. He'll dump it in, looking for Morello, as Kulovich for Colgate is battled with by Morello. Jake Morello, he'll break it free. Now it's taken by McMahon. And McMahon for Snodgrass near side. Panetta, shot saved by Perry. He'll hold on for the whistle.
Raiders starting to make a late push here as the Engineers unable to get much going in their own zone. And Snodgrass moving out with the puck by himself, getting the shot off. So the Raiders trying to make a late push here. They, after killing off the penalty, they have noticeably picked up the pace. Chase Perry holding firm.
6:18 left to play in the third. 3-2 RPI leads Colgate. Now RPI sends it down the length of the ice. This is going to be icing. Almost look like RPI slowing down the pace a little bit. Almost getting into the old, dare I say it, defensive shell that we've been prone to see over the years, as they came out on fire, after the first 5 minutes, and then they all of a sudden were, not getting the shots on goal and playing defensively. And Colgate has had the bulk of the play. Shot and broken down by Bourbonnais, as Chase Perry can't see it now, whiffing behind the net. He'll try to get it out for Bourbonnais. Bourbonnais back for Whiffen again. Whiffen had Wilson. Now he'll get it up for Liljegren, now back for Whiffen. Shot in, saved by Perry again. Now it's taken there by Colgate behind the net. That was Penner. Up and out forward. Penner has it. Shot. Never sees Perry. Goes wide of him, as the Engineers can't get it out of the zone. And now they finally do. Now it's Liljegren one-on-one. Liljegren, nice move. Liljegren back has it. Score! Victor Liljegren goes from the forehand to the backhand and puts it in the back of the net for the 4-2 lead for RPI.
Yeah, Victor Liljegren doing a nice job hanging around the blue line. And due to the Colgate defense overcommitting in the offensive zone, Liljegren had just a one-on-one opportunity and again just blew by Brett Corky there. Went forehand, backhand into the net.
Yeah, Victor Liljegren with a great move, making it 4-2 for RPI, and RPI wins the face-off. And they show the replay. Nice move by Liljegren. Now Colgate comes through the neutral zone. Now it's played back there. It's stopped by Manley. Manley will look to get it out. He can't do it, but his teammate does. Now we have another breakaway for Melanson. Melanson, brief break. He'll get it. He'll fall down, which enables Colgate to get it out of the zone. Now, nice job there by Manley to keep it in. Now Melanson has it. He can't get it. And Colgate was able to break it out. That is now Cockrell. He has it shot, blocked by Manley. Now RPI will take it far side. Now it's behind the net. Behind the net for Kulovic. Pinching down, shot saved by Perry. Up into the netting, no, just hit the top of the glass. Now RPI gets it down Reno. Reno's able to not clear the zone, but he's able to get it up into the air to get his teammates behind it. Now RPI has a shake wood shot and a save by Finn, and Finn sort of dropped it. A scary moment for Charlie Finn as the Engineers now have it in their own zone. Now Riley for RPI. He'll get it up out of the zone, sends it down the length of the ice. Chased after there, taken by Panetta, Colgate. Panetta will leave it off for Kulovic. Now Panetta again. He'll get it into the Engineer zone. Taken there by Morello. Now it's 2-on-1 if the Engineers hurry. Jake Wood. Jake Wood has it, kick it on his stick. And the puck goes harmlessly behind the net, as that was Jake Wood and Jake Morello pairing up. So two Jakes. So 3.5 minutes left to play in regulation. 4-2 RPI leads. You are listening to 91.5 FM WRPI Troy. RPI men's hockey here from the Fieldhouse. Ed DeGarian with Joe Pizzicato. As RPI has it in their zone, and we're going to get a penalty upcoming here against the Engineers.
Jared Wilson was doing his best to keep the Anthony Sanidi out of the crease, and it looked like he did too good of a job. So he's going to go to the box for holding.
Yeah, so Liljegren just as I done got saying, they sort of called off the offense. Liljegren goes and puts one behind the net, but then they went right back to what they were doing.
Yeah, they went right back into their defensive shells, and now they're going to have to go even further into their defensive shell with this upcoming power play. And this game is not over. There's still lots of hockey to play with 3:12 left on the clock and a power play coming up for the Colgate Raiders. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them pull their goalie.
Yeah, Parker Reno has it for Riley Bourbonnais. Bourbonnais gets it, clears it out of the zone. That's the danger of pulling your goalie on a power play, though. You can
ice the puck.
You can take the risk of doing it without the icing. So Colgate will start through the neutral zone as they have it near side. RPI battling, and the puck gets free back on the point for Peterson. Peterson stops, turns around, still has it forehand. He'll get it back on the ice as a shot came from Brooks, goes behind Perry. Now Peterson will get it back. Brooks on the point again. He'll get it for Kulovic. Kulovic lines up. Shot blocked down by Reno. Reno, he'll get it. He can't clear the zone as he has DeVito trying to help him. Now going behind the net, RPI. They take it. They clear it out of the zone and down. 2:18 left to play in regulation time. Colgate has the puck. That is Corky, the assistant captain for Colgate. He'll start it out. He'll get it up for Cockrell. Cockrell near side. Being pressured by Manley and Whiffen. Manley able to clear the puck out of the zone again.
Less than 2 minutes left in the game. 45 seconds on the penalty kill for the Engineers.
Finn, Colgate has it. Finn's coming out of the net now. So RPI has it now. The icing, Finn heads right back to his net as Colgate iced the puck. So the puck comes all the way back down and Finn can't come off the ice to get an extra attack or a goal.
Yeah, stretch pass went just a bit too far.
So 35 seconds remains in the power play to RPI as Will Riley in the box. Colgate wins the face-off. Now Corky has it. Finn coming right out of the zone. 6-on-4 now for the Raiders. Shot in the neutral zone. Colgate has it. RPI intercepts the pass. Shot and a score to ice, well, presumably ice the game, as that puck was intercepted nicely there by Riley Bourbonnais, and he was able to score into the empty net. So 5-2, RPI leads Colgate as Riley Bourbonnais gets a 5th goal for RPI.
Yeah, and you just mentioned how you run the risk when you pull your goalie on a power play of having a team with no fear to ice the puck. And it's actually Bourbonnais kind of waited to get across the red line, maybe get a little bit more accurate of a shot.
Well, not only that, but he got across the red line because if the puck missed, it wasn't icing. Because if he gets across the red line, there's no icing in that play. So smart play by Bourbonnais, not only to shoot it at the goal, but to clear the red line while he's doing it. So 120. As the penalty has just expired. Now the penalty was almost expired when Bourbonnais took it, so that's why Bourbonnais cleared the red line. He wasn't sure if the penalty was going to run out or not. Which of
just
course,
playing it safe.
Just playing it safe.
Smart.
Of course, there's no icing on the power play anyway, but Bourbonnais wasn't sure when it would run out, so he just played the safe the route, got the red line, shot the puck anyway. It was a goal. So 1:06 remaining in the game. In regulation, we'll say 1:06 left to play in regulation. Don't want to say game, don't want to jinx it for any Engineer fans out there. 5-2, RPI leads Colgate here. Final minute left to play in the period as RPI has a 5-2 lead. Colgate now in the zone with Andrew Black to Racine. Shot and a deflected there by Racine. He'll get it, turnaround shot saved by Perry. Prapavestas rather goes to chase it. RPI gets it out of the zone, being chased now after by Cockrell. As Colgate now has it, its stick gets lifted nicely there by DeVito, or by Morella, who lifted stick that enabled DeVito to come in to take it. RPI now they tie it up. Now Reno has it in the zone. DeVito. 12 seconds remaining in the game. DeVito lifts it up, sends it down the length of the ice. There's going to be no icing. 4, 3, 2, 1. That will do it as the Engineers win their 2nd game in a row here at the Houston Fieldhouse. Beat Clarkson last week 2-1. Beat Colgate here tonight 5-2.
Yeah, really good game, really solid 60 minutes of hockey from the Engineers. And Chase Perry on the night has a 95% save percentage. Great job by him tonight, keeping the Engineers in this game. He faced a lot of shots, and he faced quite a few quality shots, especially on that power play. That last power play, the Raiders really were going for a push. They did that, and especially they really went all out when they pulled their goalie, which eventually allowed the Engineers to take the 5-2 lead.
So, before I run down the scoring for you, and Joe, you pick your Engineers offensive and defensive players of the game, let's take a look at some out-of-town scores for you. Princeton defeated Yale by a score of 4-2. Here, obviously, RPI defeated Colgate by a score of 5-2. Quinnipiac 1-0 over Brown and Providence. Harvard 2-0 over Dartmouth. And in Schenectady, it's Cornell 3 and Union 1. That is still listed in the first period. 1:03 left in the game. And that one started late because TV it's being covered by the American Sports Network, and the puck drop was I believe 8:30. So that was a little late going. But the last score we had for you was 3-1 Cornell. So good solid game here by the Engineers, taking the 5-2 lead. The 5-2 victory over Colgate. I'll run down the scoring for you, then Joe, you'll pick your offensive and defensive players of the game. Opening the scoring for RPI, it was Lou Nanny, his third of the season, assisted by Brady Whiffen and Mears Moore to make it 1-0. That was at 3:48 of the first period. And then tying it up at 1:36, with 1:36 remaining in the second period, was Evan Peterson, his fourth of the year, by assist from Bobby McMahon and John Snodgrass, made it 1-1. That's where we stood going into the break. In the second period on the power play at 6:03, it was Evan Tierney's an assist from Patrick Polino. Tierney's his fifth of the season. Polino's fifth assist of the season made it 2-1 RPI. Then again at 14:23 of the second, also on the power play, it was Evan Peterson, his fifth goal of the season, assisted by Willie Brooks and Jake Kulovich to tie the game up at 2. That's where we stood going into the third. Then it was, with 18:24 in the second, it was Evan Tierney's assist by Riley Bourbonnais and Parker Reno. That was Tierney's sixth of the season to make it 3-2 RPI. That's where we stood going into the third period. Then in the third period, it was Victor Liljegren, his sixth of the season, on assist from Brady Whiffen and Riley Bourbonnais, made it 4-2 on a nice backhand from Liljegren. And then icing the game with the empty net goal was Riley Bourbonnais, his 13th of the season, assisted by Brady Whiffen. And that's where we ended. That was a shorthanded empty net goal, 5-2 RPI. So that will do it for the scoring. So RPI on the power play, 1 of 3, Colgate 1 of 4. Shots 42-28 in favor of Colgate. 40 saves for Chase Perry for RPI, 23 for Charlie Finn of Colgate. So that's how the stats played out throughout the game. Joe engineered defensive and offensive engineers of the game.
I think my offensive engineers of the game are going to go to Evan Tierney and Victor Liljegren. Tierney, of course, having 2 goals on the night. And didn't just have 2 goals, he had several opportunities. He did a nice job putting himself on the line by getting in front of the net and also kind of holding pucks in at the point, especially on the power play. He was he was lined up as a defenseman on the power play, even though he's a forward. And there were several opportunities where the puck could have been cleared, and Tierney's held the puck in, allowing for himself to have chances at the net. And then, of course, Victor Liljegren just had a beautiful goal tonight, going backhand to forehand and just flying in on the net. So Victor Liljegren is going to get another offensive engineer of the game. And on defense, I'm going to give it to Jared Wilson. I thought he did a great job clearing the crease in front of Perry, keeping the junk away from him, and keeping players like Tim Harrison, who likes to get in the goalie's face and get the goalie annoyed. Jared Wilson did a nice job protecting Chase Perry tonight, allowing him to see the puck shoot from the stick to right into his glove or to his pad. So Chase Perry will, of course, also get a defensive engineer of the game. He really another great job for him. He's taken this starting position for himself.
Oh, sorry, I don't get the chance to listen to myself too often on the big screen, so I'm caught listening to myself on the big screen. I haven't done play-by-play in 5 years, so I'm taking advantage of the opportunity, if you will. So
yeah, good job by you tonight. So enjoyable game here for the Engineers, for Engineer fans, as they improved the record to 6-22-1 overall and 4-12-0 in the ECAC. And just to kind of give you a update about how good the ECAC hockey standings are, the top 5 teams in the ECAC are also ranked nationally, with St. Lawrence ranked number 14, Union and Harvard at 4 and 5 respectively, and then Cornell, who we're going to see tomorrow night. I believe you're covering that game as well. They're not ranked number 16, and Quinnipiac, they are ranked number 19. So 5 teams in the ECAC ranked in the top 20, and so ranked nationally very nicely is ECAC.
So that will do it. RPI takes a 5-2 victory here from the field house. As that will do it here. As you know, the next game is against Colgate. That Colgate Union game started at 8:30. So you know we will not get a final score here for you. So before we get off the air, we'd like to say a few thank yous. We'd like to thank Dan Wakefield back at the studio for getting us on the air and making sure we stay there. We'd also like to thank the Rensselaer Union, which provides the funding for WRPI and all club-related activity of the Institute, including WRPI's coverage of RPI men's and women's ice hockey, football, and baseball later on this year. And we'd like to remind you, WRPI is on the World Wide Web, and thank you for everybody listening out on the World Wide Web. Point your browser to www.wrpi.org, and you can hear our broadcast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So long as we are broadcasting, we will provide the broadcast on the internet feed. Once again, it is www.wrpi.org. Also like to remind you, any students listening out there think they want to try their hand at the announcing and the calls of the game, such as the one you just heard between RPI and Colgate, shoot us an email at wrpi-sports@rpi.edu, and we'll do our best to get you on the air. There are opportunities this year for men's and women's ice hockey, and later on in the season, baseball and football next season if you so prefer. So that will do it here for us. The next RPI men's hockey game will be taking place tomorrow as the Engineers take on the Big Red of Cornell, looking to extend their win streak to 3-2. RPI takes a 5-2 victory here today. They up their record to 6-22-1, 4-12-0 in the ECAC. Colgate falls to 6-15-5, 4-8-2 in the ECAC play. So for Joe Piscicano, I'm Ed DeGarian here at the Houston Fieldhouse. Final score here was RPI 5, Colgate 2. You were listening to live coverage of the game on 91.5 FM, WRPI, Troy.